We are starting a new series on prophetic codes. Now, what are prophetic codes? Prophetic codes are different methods or different ways to pick what God is saying. Now, there are many codes in the prophetic, and if one does not work for you and you try the other, it will work. In this new series, I'm going to spend time teaching about prophetic codes one after the other. And if you can catch this, I tell you the truth, you can never be stranded in the prophetic. It is just like a man that has 10 exit doors in his house. That kind of man can never be stranded, because when he needs to leave, if there's an issue in the house, if one of the exits is locked, he can find a route to leave the building. So the first prophetic code I'm going to be speaking about in this video is the prophetic code of music, or the prophetic code of worship. Please like this video, because when you do so, you are helping this video to spread to a greater number of people on this platform. Thank you very much. One thing you must understand is that nothing opens up the spirit of a man to receive the download from the realm of the spirit like worship. You must understand this, because God inhales worship and breathes out revelations. Many forensic prophets you see today, they do not play with sounds, because sounds are instruments of journeying in the realm of the spirit. See, music is very powerful. In Psalms 49 verse 4, the Bible said, I will incline my ear to what God is about to say. Now, this is the prophet trying to incline, trying to pick what God is trying to say in the realm of the spirit. Then look at what the Bible now said. It says, I will disclose my secrets. Another version says, I will disclose my dark sayings on the harp. The harp is the musical instrument. So it means that the prophet took a posture to hear the Lord. Now God is saying, I will disclose my dark sayings. The dark sayings speaks of the secret things. So it means that as the harp, the musical instruments were being played, something was happening in the realm of the spirit. The secrets of the Lord were being revealed. One thing you need to understand is that music is an instrument of journey. As you begin to worship, something is happening. You are losing consciousness of yourself. You are losing consciousness of your environment. And the truth of the matter is that when you successfully lose consciousness, something happens. You switch realm from the physical realm into the spirit realm. That is why you cannot throw away music and worship when it comes to accurately picking what God is saying. Are we together now? In the school of prophets of Samuel, Samuel trained his prophets using this mystery also. No wonder they were able to create a hub of the supernatural around them. You know, the Bible said in 1 Samuel chapter 10 verse 5, Samuel told Saul, he says, when you go to the mount of Gibeah, he says, you will meet a band of prophets coming down with musical instruments. And the Bible said when the prophets were coming down, he said they were with flutes, with string instruments, and they were prophesying. You must understand this, believers. Somebody that is not too forensic in the prophetic, if he can apply this principle, that person will be so shocked at how much God is going to use him to release prophetic words. You must learn to worship. That's why you notice a prophetic church, they do not joke with their choristers. Something happened in 2 Kings 3 verse 15. Elisha was upset. He was angry. His heart was, he was not even in the mood to prophesy at that time. He was upset. Now Elisha knew that this was a code in the prophetic. Now this was like the first time the Bible told us that Elisha needed music to prophesy, because this is a prophetic code. You are a prophet, you are so tired and exhausted, you just want to minister or give a prophetic word. Begin to release sounds to the Lord. You reign forever. As you begin to worship, you begin to lose touch of yourself. And as you lose touch of yourself, the flashes of visions will start. The knowing, the flowing images, the thoughts will begin to drop in your heart. I mean, prophetic inspired revelations for the people of God. You may not even be a prophet, just a believer. And you apply this prophetic code, it's going to work, effortlessly for you. So Elisha in 2 Kings 3:15 wanted to prophesy, and he said, is there a musician? Another version will say, is there a minstrel? The Bible said, as the minstrel played, the Bible said the hand of the Lord came upon Elisha and he started prophesying. This is the prophetic code of music. You know, many times we always tell people, how is your prayer life? How is your word study life? I think we need to start asking, how is your worship life? When you sit down in your room at midnight or during the day and you begin to worship, you begin to release sounds to the Lord. There are times you will need to play instruments, a worship instrumental, but there are times you will need to sing by yourself. You may not have a melodious voice, but it doesn't matter. You lift up your voice, you begin to worship the Lord. As you worship the Lord, you will not know when you begin to break into the flashes of light. You begin to break into revelational experiences. It's the prophetic code of music, the prophetic code of worship. There are times that no matter what you do, You may not pick details in the spirit. There are times like that. I've had my times too like that, where I'm just here, I'm probing, applying all the principles. It's not working, and I just lift up a song. As I lift up that song, my goodness, it is like the angels are waiting for that song, and the next thing, I'm hearing the voice of God like a sound of a trumpet. You see, Habakkuk was also a man of music. You know, Habakkuk was a very strong prophet. Habakkuk 2 verse 1, he says, I will stand upon my watch, and he will set me upon the tower to see what the Lord will say to me. Habakkuk gave us a mystery in the prophetic, but something also happened in Habakkuk chapter 3 verse 19. Habakkuk told us how he enters into realms in God by the string instruments. You know, Habakkuk said, it makes my feet like hinds feet, and it will make me walk upon the high places. Then Ina came and said to the chief musician on my string instruments. So it means that the way Habakkuk enters into realms is through the string instruments. You must understand this. It's called the prophetic code of worship, the prophetic code of music. One thing you must understand is that worship purifies your mind. Worship helps you to focus. And the way the spirit realm is that the deeper you focus, the quicker you pick visions. One of the signs you have not yet entered into focus is that when you try to focus, other distractions still comes. If you still have other distractions, it means you have not entered into the focus yet, even if you are still. But what your worship does to you is that it takes away the distractions and it launches you into focus quickly. And as you break into that focus, visions are bettered. At that point, your thoughts and the thought of God becomes one. That if something drops into your mind at that point, I tell you the truth, you can't miss it. That is the voice of God. When you release that utterance, you will be shocked at the confirmations you will begin to receive. Far beyond the prophetic, even in your own personal life, you can pick details. Worship makes a man to be hypersensitive in the spirit. You see, music is a mystery in the spirit. In 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 23, David played the stringed instrument, and we saw how a demon was casted out from the life of Saul. These are mysteries in the spirit. It helps you in meditation. It helps you focus on the Lord. Just this morning, I was just on my bed, so still. I was playing a worship instrumental, and I was just focused on the Lord. I tell you the truth, it was like I was being taken from one realm of visions to the other. I saw clear visions. I will move again. I will pick up my book and write it down. When I close my eyes again, not up to 3 minutes, I'm seeing clear visions. These are powerful mysteries in the spirit. See, in this season, I'm trusting God. Between now and the end of the year, I want to exhaust a lot of prophetic codes. I'm going to spend time teaching back to back on prophetic codes, unless the Lord interrupts us. Please tell us on the comment section what part stood out for you on this video. Please do not forget to like this video. Please do not forget to subscribe. Please do not forget to hit the notification bell so that you can always get notified whenever I post a new video on this platform. Thank you very much. God bless you.